Welcome to the Eye of the Tiger. Today on the Eye, we'll explore hot topics with our favorite Nashville notables, Stacey Black, Ashley Bishop, and Benjamin Unanawo. We'll talk to the first African-American criminal clerk, Howard Gentry, and then we'll visit one of the original cast members of the old-time television show, Love Boat. Stay tuned, because when you're in the Eye, you know you're in the know. Eye of the Tiger starts now. Welcome to the Eye of the Tiger. Now, before we get started, you know I have to give our traditional shout-outs. Now, first, to Fox Television for re-airing In Living Color, which will begin on Fox in the spring of 2012, after being off the air since 1994. To Taylor Swift for winning Artist of the Year at the American Music Awards. To Twilight's new movie, Breaking Dawn, which earned more than $500,000 in the global box office. And of course, to Tennessee State University's forensics team, which has won 167 awards this semester alone, and we are not finished. So if you know someone who deserves a shout out, please send us a Facebook message at Facebook/Eye of the Tiger television show. I'm Kimberly Lamarck, your Hot Topics lead, hosting this segment along with the illustrious hairdresser Stacey Black, the talented actress and singer Ashley Bishop, and the forensic speech champion and TSU forensics coach, which is responsible for several of those 167 awards, Benjamin Unanawo. Welcome.
Welcome. Hey.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, hey, thanks for coming back. I just love that. It's awesome. It's awesome. Are we social network junkies? I mean, have we gotten to the point that we totally rely on social network? I mean, do you tweet?
Oh, yeah.
You do? Do you tweet?
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I don't tweet very often, but I'm
you
trying to
do
get
have
more
an
into it.
account.
But I do have an account.
Now, I have an account, but I don't tweet. Right? I do have an account. It's established. I know people are following me. I haven't sent one tweet.
Oh,
I don't know.
Tweet.
Tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't send twits.
You know, doing that. Yeah. Well, you know, doing the derivatives of that verb, I'm a little, you know, a little confused up there. But, you know, most of us have social networking sites. Facebook. You may have had MySpace, you know, I mean, but it's a common thing. Yeah. Most people know what it is, even if they don't have it. Well, Facebook, you know, the popular online social networking directory, connects people with friends, families, co-workers, and classmates. People use Facebook to communicate events, load an unlimited number of photos, share links and videos, or be just plain nosy. You know, Facebook is a fabulous social network site, but it does have its drawbacks. It makes identity theft a whole lot easier. Because in order to create a profile on Facebook, people have to share information about themselves, their email addresses, their birthday, their hometown, information that could give the wrong people the chance to develop a profile that could end up stealing your identity. How much information is too much information?
I think you see on people's pages, they have their phone numbers. Some people have.
They do. Some people have their full date of birth.
Yeah. Some people have where they work. I know a lot of my coworkers have on their page where they work. So it's like if somebody's stalking you,
right.
If they don't come to your home, hey, they can come to your job. You know?
I give out limited information. I've seen too many stalking shows, too many horror movies. I'm not going.
I know.
I'm not going.
Me either.
I'm not going.
So you have a Facebook page, though?
Yeah, but it's very simple, very minimal.
How many friends do you have?
About 1 billion, but I don't care.
Oh, well, that's not minimal. I mean, I only have maybe 400 friends.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's not a lot of friends.
No, it's
How many
not.
do you have?
I have about 5,000.
Oh my goodness! And you, man? What do you?
Probably about 7,000, but I'm getting ready to par it down because there's really only about 150 people I really talk to.
And that you don't even know. Yeah.
Like my thing is too is like it's about to get pared down to, you know, are we friends? Can you do something for me? Or, you know, like if not, it's about to get
I
pared
don't know.
down.
I mean, now Facebook has the new thing where you can have close friends and you can divide up your friendships, but that takes work. You got to go back into everybody's profile and say, click, okay, you're going to be a close friend. You're going to be a distant friend. You know, you have very little access. You know, people really don't know what access they have. But, you know, people need to be really careful about that. You know, employers now are looking at Facebook pages. You know, they want to see the true person that they're hiring. So if you have pictures out there, and you too, if you have pictures out there that show you that you're not supposed to be doing things you're supposed, get rid of it. Yeah. Get rid of it. It's awful.
It is.
It is. Yeah. I mean,
but also that, you know, people don't read service level agreements when they're on websites, when you're just like, oh man, I just downloaded this stuff. Let me just scroll through it and hit accept. But it tells you everything on there that you're giving up in order to have a Facebook page. Yeah. So, you know, it's a catch-22. And also if you want to be seen or you're trying to maybe create your own business, I mean, is it going to hurt you having your information there for somebody being able to get in contact with you? It might be able to give you an opportunity. Say you're, you know, as you're trying to be an actress, somebody might saw you, they find your name, they have your number, and they're like, hey, we want to give you an audition. So in this day and age, if anybody wants to find you, they can find you, regardless of a Facebook page or a Twitter page.
Exactly. They can. They can put your phone number into Google.
And you pop up.
You pop up. Yeah, it's something. It really is. But you know, the other thing on Facebook is where if you know, people can destroy your computers, you know, where they say, oh, I have a video of you, and you click on that, and it gives you a virus. I mean, I've had that happen to me.
Yeah, me too.
You know, where some people try to hack into my account. You know, I don't know what they think is important in there, but enough to cause me a headache. You know,
that's true.
You really have no privacy now.
I know.
There's no such thing as privacy.
Right.
That's true.
You know, and Twitter is another social network. Some people tweet their every move, their Facebook status, their breakfast, their lunch, their dinner. You know, when they're at the mall. I mean, every time you turn around, you're getting a tweet from certain people. But using Twitter, you invite people instantaneously into your everyday world. I mean, is there such a thing as privacy in social media?
There should be for Twitter, because I really can't stand hearing everybody's exact move. The worst thing is when people are having relationship issues. Oh, my God. And, you know, having students that are younger girls, like on the team, you know, it's the middle of the night, I'm getting ready to go to sleep, I'm just checking my phone, and then I just see, well, I'm going to be fine. Thank the Lord that this is finally over, and then finish with some type of Bible quote, and then come back and start cursing in the next tweet.
Oh my goodness! All within 140 characters.
Yeah, all within
that's all you get, right? It's 140 characters.
Real succinct.
Well, I don't know. I think people they want to be in touch. You know, but it's a very false way of being in touch. Facebook, MySpace, you're not really communicating with people.
Yeah. Well, I will say though, it can be used though, if used correctly, like any form of communication. It can be a great tool, because what we saw over in the Middle East last year, when it came to the Twitter revolution and using Facebook to organize, and which led to the toppling of Muammar Gaddafi, a terrible dictator. A lot of that was created through the organization of Twitter and Facebook. So it does have its purpose.
Right, it does, because you can actually tweet or Facebook a group of people to meet you at a certain time. You know, I think when they had some riots in San Francisco, they shut down the satellite so that people could not congregate. You know, and they were doing that based on Twitter, you know, and on Facebook. They shut the satellite down so that people didn't know what time or where the location where they were supposed to meet.
And that's crazy.
It is. I mean, privacy. Talk about.
You know, that's the government. That's 1984 all over again.
That's a lot of control.
That's Big Brother having too much control.
Well, it sounds like something Iran might do. You know, something that might happen in the Middle East, but it does happen here.
Well, Senator Lieberman had an article maybe about 4 or 5 months ago where he literally said China can shut down their internet with the flick of a switch. How come we can't do that?
I believe that. Well, you know, China's a communist country.
Yeah.
So they feel that they can run anything any way they want to.
Yeah, I thought we're supposed to spread democracy to the known world, not learn how to use their tactics here.
Well, you know, that's a whole nother conversation, I will tell you, you know, but we have become social networking junkies, you know, and we substitute that for real face-to-face time.
That's
True.
You know, you visit a person on Facebook, you think you really know what they're doing, you know, you've tapped into them, but you really, it's kind of questionable.
And it seems as though people don't have regular people skills now.
Yes.
They don't even know what to say when somebody's, you know, when you're in a room with a person 20 minutes that you don't know. You don't even, most people don't even know how to have casual conversation to just get to know the person without divulging too much information, without getting to know the person, but just, you know, doing what you need to do. Now people are so caught up on texting and Facebook until they don't even know. And they just rely on that.
Yeah, they do. You know, when you get so many people together and you look at all these people in a room and everybody's on their phone. They're either texting or doing internet or, you know, they're calling. They're not communicating with the people in the room, you know. And it's sad. Plus, we don't even have to spell anymore, you know. I mean, if you text and you spell out all the words, you're going to run out of opportunity to get it all within one text.
But they are using, in certain schools out in California, there are English teachers that are using Twitter with 140 characters to make kids spell out the words, but learn how to have more succinct sentences and, you know, using that as a writing tool so that they don't run on sentences and things like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea because, you know, high school kids are really into that technology, and if you can wrap your curriculum around any of that technology, that's awesome. That's great. But, you know, most of the time, I don't know if the way the people tweet, is that the correct word? Tweet, the way they tweet now, do they spell out all the words or they try to save the characters?
Most people say that instead of Y-O-U for you, you would normally just use the letter U.
And all those other acronyms, LOL, laugh out loud. You know, I had to get used to that.
You know about shaking my head, SMH?
Oh, no, I didn't know. That's new to me.
You know, if you see something that's really foolish, it's just going to be SMH,
like
shaking my head.
Shaking my head.
I believe what last week when we were talking about weaves, so, you know, if you see a bad weave, you will be SMH.
That would be a whip my head back and forth.
Right, that would be with your head back and forth. Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, the other part of social networking or technology really is Google. Google is regarded as a very convenient lifesaver to most people. You need information? Just Google it. Google is so intertwined with our culture that it serves as both a noun and a verb. It also serves as an observation deck. Google Maps allow you to zoom in on any specific street address and catch a close-up view of that location. Is Google Maps teetering on a breach of privacy?
I think so.
Yes.
Because there's really no reason to see a person's house. You know, if you were to type in somebody's address, there's no reason to see what the house looks like. You know, if you're given the directions, well, you need to see the house.
You got to see the house, but
right. You want to make sure it's a nice house.
Oh, I think
right.
I don't
and you want to be able to properly
house.
Judge them for who they are.
But it's a good business tool for surveying. You can be your own surveyor and figure out, okay, well, if I want to open up this business in this strip mall, where's the suburb that's there that's going to have the best clients, you know, from a socioeconomic standpoint? And you can see and map out and see a whole entire city. I mean, most people don't realize you could just go down to the library through public records and get these maps as well. So now it's available to the entire public at the click of a button.
Well, I don't know. I think Google is sort of teetering on that. You know, I mean, they are, I don't know. I put my address in. I can see my house. I can see my car. I'm like, okay. I don't know. If I was doing something I shouldn't be, somebody else might be able to see that too. You know, like, we're running out of time. We got to cut to commercial. We'll be right back.